Hi friends, this is Mangal and Muralidharan talking from India. Today I'm going to talk about how to use complex structures in IELTS writing module. Most of the students and professionals who prepare for IELTS academic writing and general training in writing require a thorough understanding and a comprehensive analysis of complex structures in English. Please remember, writing complex structure means trying to analyze the dependent clause and the independent clause. Most of us make use of real conditionals and unreal conditionals and impossible conditionals while we present something. But most of the time, it's always known that we use the first two parts or first two types of conditionals, namely real conditional and unreal conditionals. What are they? How do we make use of it? Very simple. Real conditional has two clauses. One is if clause and the other one is independent clause. The if clause can be also renamed or categorized as subordinate clause or dependent clause. Okay, what do we do with this? How do we explain it further? Very easy. Dependent clause or a subordinate clause will always have a subordinating conjunction. If I prefer to speak in Spanish, I will learn Spanish. Look at this example. If I want to speak in Spanish, I will learn Spanish. If I want to speak in Spanish is a dependent clause. The second one, I will learn Spanish, is independent clause. Independent clause gives complete meaning, whereas the dependent clause does not give complete meaning. It depends on the subsequent independent clause to provide meaning. That's very important analysis that you have to really do. Second, instead of using if, you can use if not, unless, in case, perhaps, etc. In case you find him in the town, you can inform me. In case you find him in the town, you can inform me. Look at this. In case you find him in the town. It's a very rare possibility, but of course there is, the possibility to, to get to know about it, to understand it. So we should make sure that in case you find him in the town, you can inform me. So in case you find him in the town is in simple present tense. You can call me is simple future. So simple present plus simple future. Dependent clauses will always be in simple present, especially in the real conditional, and independent clauses in the real conditional will always be reported in simple future. Right? Another important thing that I would always say is make use of the other subordinating conjunctions. Perhaps he has some time left to meet us. He will call us up. Perhaps Samuel has some time left to meet us. He will call us up. Look at this. Perhaps Samuel has some time left to meet us. He will call us up. Here, the first part, perhaps Samuel has some time left, then that's dependent clause. Subsequent clause, he will call us up, that's the independent clause. So please understand that the dependent clause is always in simple present in the real conditional, whereas the independent clause is always in simple future. Let's look at the second part of it. The second part of it, we call it unreal conditional. In the unreal conditional, the first part, that is the if clause, is always in simple past. The independent clause is always with subject plus would or could or might plus base form. How? If he came forward to meet us, we would certainly welcome it. So look at this. If he came forward to meet us up, that's simple past. He would. Uh, we would welcome him. That's would or could or might. Uh, I call it past future plus base form. So this is not going to happen. It's unreal conditional, but we do make use of it quite often. Friends, making use of these complex structures would be very easy for us, and we should know how to use it. We can use provided he had the time to review the entire scenario, he would take action on it. So provided is used in the place of if. Instead of provided, you can also use suppose. Suppose he found a way out, he could certainly inform us. So provided, in case, if, unless, perhaps, if not, all these subordinating conjunctions are used generally in the complex structures. Learning complex structures would help you to make your presentation quite easier. You can also learn to contradict whatever you've already said. How do we do it? We can say, he has been right, however, he could have got some ideas related to it. He had got excellent points, but he didn't know how to present it. Though he was very straightforward, he didn't know how to solve the issue. Although he found himself in trouble, he did not inform anybody. Even if he had several challenges, he never sought the help of anybody. As if he was the boss of the organization, he pretended to do several things. Look at this. As if, even if, even though, although, though, however. We can also use nonetheless and nevertheless. How? Nonetheless, he had so much of support from his supporters, he never yielded to pressure from any quarters. He was a brilliant student, nevertheless, he never scored the highest in the session or in the class. Please look at these examples on your own. In case you need anything more about it, you can always call me up or visit me and get to know more about me, and I'm there to support you. Please watch several videos in the YouTube available on complex structures. You may refer to certain books such as Advanced English Grammar, Intermediate English Grammar, or Practical English Grammar, etc. And in fact, you can refer to even my book, Practical English Grammar and Usage, available online. Good luck to you. Bye-bye. See you.